that time period. And I have a more detailed schedule we'll talk about in just a moment. At present, at this 30% design stage, we've got a handle on the bridge cost for the bridge itself at about $1.4 million. In addition to that, there's a cost to improve the right-of-way out to Wesley, and there's a cost associated with the temporary pedestrian bridges, so at 285 and 80,000. The total project cost is in the neighborhood of 1,725,000. What this number doesn't include at the moment is the cost for utility relocations. We know there's a sanitary sewer on the bridge. We know that there's some poles that need to be relocated, at least temporarily, if not permanently. And I think at this juncture, I feel safe to say with a project that's in the $2 million and under range. But the physical construction at this point is in the range of 1.725. So in order to be able to bid this project by November of next year, the design completion with permits in hand would be expected just about a year from now in August. And so while I don't expect you to read this from back there, this is a construction timeline. And with a November advertised, we would bid the project over the winter, select a contractor, ideally over the winter, and get a contractor on board during the winter months. Because once we get a contractor on board, there's a lot of paperwork that needs to happen. The contractor needs to procure materials. The contractor needs to get numerous submittals to us to approve. We love when that stuff happens over the winter, so when spring construction season starts, we can actually hit the ground running. And we've mapped out a timeline from March through October that basically embodies the overall construction schedule. Now that doesn't mean that the road will be closed from March till October. In March we have paperwork, we have mobilization, we're getting things ready, and then we begin the construction. And then after the bridge is constructed, say in September, in the month of October, we're still doing things. We're putting seed down and trying to grow grass and putting in, putting back mailboxes and other things, incidentals. But we're projecting that a road closure would be between June and September over the course of the summer. We also like that in terms of any school bus activity. We try, we like when these bridge projects fall over the summer months. So it's an inconvenience, certainly, the fact that it falls over a summer. But the last thing we want to do is have traffic going through the right-of-way during the winter months, because I think it would be difficult to maintain that temporary right-of-way through the winter months. So the goal would be to hit this project right in terms of timing, at least from our perspective, by bidding this over the winter, starting construction in spring, and then being done in the early fall, with the road closure happening over the bulk of the summer. And right now I'm showing about 4 months for that closure. We'll have a better handle on the duration of that as we get into the detailed design. That concludes our presentation, but we have as much time on hand to field questions, and so I just, if I give folks to, by show of hands, we'll take questions. That'll be great. We're going to take some notes because I want to walk away from the meeting having a true perspective from what's, as to what's important to everybody, and the commentary that we get back and it helps inform design. And hopefully, we do our job and we walk away having a better product in the end. So, unless you have anything to add, Bob, or anybody to say no, then we'll open the floor to questions. So the back.
First and foremost, when are we going to see what it's going to look like on paper? I think everybody who lives on Lane Street, given the historical, aspects of it, the fact that it's a scenically designated road and all that good stuff, I don't want to go home one day and find concrete and stainless steel staring me in the face. Those railings that you showed me scare me because it looks like a I-95 overpass. So considering everything that I just mentioned, what considerations are being put into the design of this to make it aesthetically fit back in? I understand, the precast concrete